Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? It is June 9th, 2024, 1:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. After I do this video, I'm gonna take a shower, then relax for like 40 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna head to Columbus Flea Market. I'm not gonna set up. I am taking some stuff to Jerry's mat so he can look at. Other than that, I'll probably just walk around. I spend a lot of money in Collingswood and Englishtown yesterday on the 8th. Surprisingly, I talk a lot of trash about both, but about 2 years ago, when when this house was being renovated, well, not renovated, but when we had a huge water leak and it was a huge job, and it was crazy. So our insurance had us in a house about 6 blocks or so up from here. And I started listening to Eddie, and Eddie, that's my boy. He's the guy that he's responsible for most of my GI Joe collection, along with other things I've gotten from him and things of that nature. And of course Hector, my boy Hector as well. They love this place. I went there almost two, basically about 8 or 12 times back to back from the I'll say like the last week of June all the way through the whole month of July, and maybe the first week or two in August, and it was crap. I mean, I did get some things, but it wasn't worth. That really wasn't worth the hour drive, because it's literally about the same distance as Columbus to go to Englishtown. I mean, not Englishtown, to Collingswood. But they both said they've gotten great deals and steals there. I guess it is the luck of the draw, because I've always talked about that place. But every once in a while, I'm like, if I don't got nothing to do, why not enjoy the ride in a beautiful muscle car? You know what I'm saying? Why not? So I went about. Not. I don't think I went. Did I go last week or the week before last? But whatever it was, it wasn't good. I think I walked away with just not even a handful of stuff. And then, but today I was like, you know what? I was going to go to Englishtown first, but I said, you know what? Let me go to Collingswood, then go to Englishtown, because Englishtown is only like another 15 or so minutes from them, 15, 20 minutes, but it's closer coming back up north to me than Collingswood. So it just made sense to go to Collingswood first and then Englishtown. I'm glad I did it both that way, because obviously if you've seen the video prior to this one, you can see why. I mean, it's not like, oh, whoop-de-whoop, but, I mean, come on, 90-something sealed figures for like $600. I mean, I can sell every figure there for $8. And that's way more than enough, because they're all still worth about 15 to $20. So I can sell every figure there for $8 and still make money. You know what I'm saying? I can still make about $100 to $150 easily. That's like $150 profit easy for me. If I take my time and wait and do individual, and or get somebody who will give me 10 each, and they can make half of that, which would be more practical for a store, then I can make closer to $850, $900. So I'm not really I could use that money, you know what I'm saying, to re-up, because I have to get my motorcycle out of the shop. It's funny, because I was gonna buy another motorcycle. I don't really like buying new bikes. I don't like buying brand new bikes because the break-in period, and I don't really like buying the newer bikes. The newer bikes look sleek and sexy, but they're too small and they don't have the power older bikes have. Now, my range of bikes is anywhere from 2001 to like 2008. That's kind of where I would cut off for a motorcycle for me. I don't give a damn if it has 30 or 40,000 miles on it. I don't care. I mean, that's my thing. And I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Ironically, I went to meet up with 4 different guys, and all their bikes were okay, but 2 of them didn't start, and it was crazy. And on Marketplace, I went to meet up with 9 different people and 11 bikes, which means 2 of the 9 had 2 bikes for sale. Most of them had some cosmetic ticks to it. Some of them started, and you heard like a clicking noise. And unlike a car, you don't want a motorcycle to have a like a you don't want that. Motorcycles, you have to be very, very meticulous when it comes to buying a bike off of anybody, because a mechanical, any slight mechanical issue on a motorcycle can send you to the morgue extremely quick. Low air, a blown tire, that can cause you to lose your life. Anything on a motorcycle, because remember, motorcycles are meant to go fast. Even road bikes, not just super sport, crotch rockets, whatever you want to call them. A regular road bike or a cruiser can do the same thing. That, anything. Let me tell you, when you're on the road, especially on the highway, and you're doing 60 plus miles an hour, you fall off that bike, you can die. Not only the impact, but obstructions, and you become an obstruction on the road, because somebody can get nervous and run you over and hit you, and or you can cause somebody else's timely demise from poor maintenance on a bike. This is the reason why DOT, Department of Transportation, are real tough when it comes to regulating bikes, and they're getting more tougher, because especially now with all these motorcyclists getting killed in New Jersey. Last week alone, there was 4 fatalities just from motorcycles. And you know what I'm saying? And a motorcycle have made me a better rider or a better driver too, because you learn to anticipate a person's movements, and when a person zigzags out of traffic, you want to stay away from him or her. When a person is riding you, you want to you want to put your hazard lights on and move over. I mean, there's a lot of things you want to do on a bike, because some people, they want to bully you because they know you have no protection and you're in a smaller vehicle. You're in a faster vehicle, and then sometimes speeding up. I tell everybody, even when I'm in a car, I put my hazard lights on, I put my window down, and I go like this, or I put my hands up like that. That's not really a smart thing to do, but you do that. Or sometimes I like put my hand out to drive a window, like pushing my hand back to be like, yo, back off, while I put my hazard lights on, because why are you on my ass? I would not like to brake check somebody, because that person can still ram me. And then I can get my car fixed, but why would I want to damage my car, spend more time and stuff dealing with some idiot who's an asshole? You know what I mean? Then you got road rage, and that person may come at me, and me being the kind of person I am, I'm more of a physical person than verbal. When I verbalize things, depending on my mood, I could be very aggressive. But I am more of a physical person than a verbal person. But over the years, I've learned to try to be more verbal than physical, because people act tough, but then when you put your hands on them and you do something, then they want to press charges. So to avoid all that, like the other day, I don't want to keep bringing this up, but like the other day in Target, like that shit was just crazy. This guy called me a damn queer because I didn't want to participate in whatever phone service he had, because these guys work on commissions in Walmart. But the funny thing is, if I happen to be Caucasian, I know if I was a Caucasian woman or man, he wouldn't have came out his face like that. But because I was just another nigga or Moreno, he just felt that he could get away with saying what he wanted to say, and fucked up. And unfortunately, it was because the manager, she just let it slide. Because I think she should have and could have handled it a lot better. I don't care that, you know what I mean? Like, I should be anticipated in whatever discipline comes his way, not out of malice or anything, but just to the simple fact that it should have been. But I know if I would happen to be a Jew, or if I happen to be gay or transsexual or whatever, and he said that'd be a whole different thing. She and her coworkers could say whatever they want to say, but I know that it should have and could have been handled better. And if the shoe was on the other foot or something like that, it would have been handled better. But because I happen to be a strong looking person who could take care of myself, they felt like, oh, okay, well, get over it. It's not a big deal. We'll handle it. And I still feel a certain way about that. And if I see this dude somewhere else, I promise you guys, I'm gonna start a video, and I'm gonna address him next time. Some of y'all might say, man, just leave that shit alone. No, I am gonna address him, but I'm gonna make sure I do a video, put a video up first, so you guys can see that. But anyhow, outside of that, going back to this thing here, so with all the money I keep spending on other jibber jabber and whatnot, I could have and should have been finished. I know I keep saying this, my GI Joes and most of my Transformers stuff, but you know, sometimes when you wait, I I feel like when I wait and I get stuff little by little that I need for my collection, it not only does it make the wait sweeter, but it just makes me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, wow, like, you know what I mean? I can't explain it, but to me it's just dope. Because you know, when I come across shit, it's crazy. Like, for instance, you know, yeah, I did spend $600 on 94 pieces of sealed action figures. Yes, new stuff. And yeah, I understand some of you are gonna say, oh well, you know, Ollie's is selling this XYZ, and or you know, Ross is selling this for that, and XYZ this and that. Yeah, but the mass majority of a lot of the stuff I have, Ross and Ollie's don't have them. And some of those are around $20 and over. I mean, there are some pieces that aren't. Like, I don't know about the Batman with William Patterson stuff, but I'm pretty confident. Like John Cena's character, I forgot his name. Those might be cheap. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's about maybe 10 or 11 pieces that are only worth 12 to 15 bucks. But I'm pretty confident that the mass majority of them are at least 20 and above. I'm pretty confident of that. Which still puts me in a rate of, I should be able to make at least $100 to $150 profit off of all of those that I just got today. Then if you look at the other video, you see that I what's his name? He did give me his name. Joe. So his name is Joe, and I don't remember if he lives down that way or if he lives in PA, but he has sold me some GI Joe, a nice GI Joe collection of. I think it was vintage. It was vintage GI Joes I got from him the last time, because at that time, when I was, you know, when me and my boy Dave was really big into it, like, you know, for the last couple of years now, we've been more than a couple, more like going on 4 years now that we decided to dive deep into the GI Joe, vintage GI Joe stuff, and so you know, he had stuff there, and it was like I think I paid $350. I know I paid under $4. He wanted $5, and then we kept going lower and lower, and then there was some pieces that I said I don't really need these pieces because I have them and these are all I want. But he just wanted to get rid of everything. So I think we settled on $350 or $380, but it was a lot of nice shit. And ironically, some of them were the Sky Patrol. I think they were either the Sky Patrol or the Battle Force 2000 guys. But they came. It was like, I know it was 3-pack. They were like in 3 Ziploc bags. So, and they all matched up. They all had all their weapons and everything. They matched up, and they came with the card. I do remember that. So, you know, and he wanted, and you know, those were pretty pricey. You know what I mean? So it was the 3 of those and some other stuff. And he remembered that. And you know, it's ironic because I very rarely seen him in Englishtown as I'm walking through. Like last week and a couple other. Or not last week, but whatever week, the week before last or whatever, when I went there, and then a couple times this year as well. But today I just happened to see him. He was there with his buddy, and when he saw me, he lit up, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I did have his number before, but I lost the older version of this phone. I was on my motorcycle doing speeds I shouldn't have been doing, and I think it fell out my pocket, and I lost my phone, and that was the end of that. So I had to pay, you know, I had insurance, but I had to pay like, I think $250 or $300 for the phone, you know, but it was a lot better than the equivalence of me going on eBay and buying a $700 to $800 one, or going to T-Mobile and buying the same exact phone at, I think, $1,100 at that time. So $250 to $300 is a better deal. I mean, of course you don't want to because you have insurance, but the whole point of having insurance is you pay a fraction of the price if you misplace or your phone gets stolen or broken or whatever. Normally if it gets broken, they'll fix it, but if it's like if it's really destroyed and or if it's physically gone, you have to pay But again, whatever. So, I did that deal with him today, and I was like, well, what are you asking on all of it? I thought he was gonna say like 250 or something like that because he had some decent 25th anniversary. Unfortunately, they were all loose, but he had that. He had the the ice snake or the ice wolf or wolf something, whatever the hell it is. And when I picked it up, I was like, oh shit, it's the newer one. I thought it was the vintage, and he had the two figures in there, the two snow figures in there. One was a variant to the one that operates the vehicle. I'm not too sure if that one came with it or whatnot, but I do know that they are kind of hard to find, but anyhow, so we worked the deal out. He said I'll do everything for 180. I was trying to do 150, but at the 180, I was like, yo, I mean, at the end of the day, it was still a good deal, but so I did that with him. So you figure the 600 and then 180, that's already 780, basically $800 right there. And then the other dude that him and his boy Mark sold me some a little bag of Bionic six figures with a vehicle. He wanted $100 for that bag. I think I wound up giving him. I think we wound up working on 60 or something like that. And then later on, I wound up getting the Tiger Force Ram version of Duke for $10, which is a steal. Then I got a individually packaged He-Man Origin, or what the hell they call it, Sunman. Because they right now, I think Mattel did like 3 different versions of the Origin line, not the Revelation. I'm talking about the Origin. They did him with Pig Face and another dude. Then they did him with some other 2 guys. So they did 2 3-pack different versions of him, and then they did the one individual. So I just got that one. He did have Sorceress, but I didn't need to pay $10 for her just because I have her already. So I just got him for the $10. It's a lot better than going to the store and paying $20. And I see a lot of people at the toy show selling him anywhere from $15 to like $35 just for him. So $10 was a steal. And the guy's like, yo, I sold a lot of shit this morning. I believe him because they had the best table I've ever seen in Englishtown. Period. And they're both from Long Island. They're both New Yorkers. Cool guys, man. They were real cool. And his prices were high. And sometimes when a person has an intimidating price, you have to go by their attitude sometimes. And sometimes most of the time I can understand why some people in the flea markets and toy shows I sell at don't like me. Because sometimes, but it's that individual. I'm not a kind of person that gets mad at any and everybody just because somebody else put me in a foul mood. I do go by your energy too. And if I feel you're full of shit and you're on your little friendly extortion shit, I'm gonna be very, very defensive because I don't like fake people. I don't like bullshit, hypocrites, and fake people. So it automatically turns me off and pisses me off too. So that's why I'm the way I am most of the time. So some people might say, oh, he's bipolar. I'm not bipolar. I know bipolar people. I'm not one of them. I'm just who I am. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm in better days. I mean, sometimes I have better days than others. But sometimes if somebody pisses me off, I'm not feeling too good, I may come across a little groggy. And that is, or a little more temperamental than normal. But I won't take my attitude out on any and everybody. Even if this one person ticked me off right here at this moment, I wouldn't take it out on somebody else just because of that person. But if you come across saying some dumb, stupid shit out your mouth, we're going to have a problem. But other than that, whatever. But anyhow, so I was like, oh shit, when I saw the stuff he had, I was like, oh shit. So the first thing I saw, I know I said it in my other video prior to this one, but I saw this. I really don't want to mess this thing up. Now, it's very hard to find this in any condition, but I mean, come on, man. How impressive is almost 40 year cardboard? I mean, this is fucking impressive. This is cardboard, y'all. This is not plastic. This is cardboard from the 80s, and the fact that this thing it's in very good shape for what it is. And I needed this thing, and it does have the the umbrella. It does have the elevator. I mean, it's not great, but I'm cool with it, just cause. And this is from 1980. Woo! And it's 2024. So we're talking 34 years ago. 34-year-old cardboard from a Kinder toy line, from any toy line. It's impressive to get cardboard in good condition. And I was like, yo, what do you want for that? But I was trying to hold my composure because I was like, oh shit, look what the fuck he got, yo. You know what I mean? And I think he said 70. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was gonna ask him if he could do better. But before I got a chance to even ask him, he showed me, where is it? So he showed me this, and I was like, fuck. Because I didn't want this. I didn't even really look at how dirty it was, but I was like, shit. So he had this, and he does have it with the laser. He does have the laser thing to it. And I brought mine over here too from from here. So I can show you guys the difference. Well, this is my laser piece. And it's the same thing in here. But mine is beautiful. It is extremely white. I mean, you can see the difference from night and day, how gleamy it is. The top one, I mean, this one is pure white. And now it's fully complete. So, it is fully complete. What does it say right here? Down there. Kinder Products, Cincinnati, Ohio. 02. Doesn't have the date. And what I do sometimes is I like to look at everything to see if everything is almost exact. And this one. Oh, okay, I see it now. It says 1979. This one also says 1979. And if we look at the back, it's basically the same. Exactly the same. Except this one is a little bit more dirty and have more wear and tear. So this one will go back out to be sold, while I'll keep mine and I'll just add the backdrop to it. And I could jock it off in my book. I probably just broke it. That was probably stupid. I'll probably just leave that thing right there. So yeah, y'all. Yeah. So that's pretty dope. And I think, I mean, the backdrop alone is worth at least 100, 120. So to pay $70 for it with the extra piece, I mean, with the base, can't go wrong, man. Cannot go wrong. And yeah, so I got that bad boy down there. Then I got this as well. And I would be lying to you guys if I was like, oh, I knew exactly what this was. I did not. So I'm not going to even try to pretend I knew. I mean, I knew it was definitely vintage, but I really didn't know that this was a Sears playset. Now, it's supposed to come with 4 figures. And let me see exactly what those figures are. No, that's not it. So, this is the 1978 Star Wars Katina playset. Now, I didn't know it was Katina, but I thought it came with the bar. I didn't know it was the outside. So, it's supposed to come with 4 figures. It says 4 figures. So, it's a Sears set. And unfortunately, it is missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is missing 8 plastic pieces that you put in here, so that way you can have your figures stand on it. And this is, this one says 1977. General Mills Fun Group Inc. 1977. So It is. I looked at a couple of them for a couple of hours, and I do realize that it is the exact set. I mean, this is exactly what it's supposed to be. I'm thinking I got it in the right way. I mean, it's a piece of cardboard. You know what I'm saying? Again, even older than that play set. So to get this in this condition, so it comes with and it's like all these guys that I come with. I do have them up on the thing. So I'll probably do some more research. If not tomorrow when I go to the flea market, maybe I'll just buy these figures because I do have them on my wall, hanging up, like the guys you see. But I'll probably take a picture of these and see if I can find them at because people sell these guys. They're regular, so people sell these guys extremely cheap at the flea market. I mean, you're probably like, dude, if you got them, why not just put them out? And that does make sense, but if I can get them for like $4 or $5 each, why not? So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture because I know there's one the dude I got the video games from last week. He might have these and he might do like all of them for like $10 or whatever. So I'm gonna take a photo of this. Well, yeah, there you go. I just talked myself into that. And this thing, I mean, it says, just by looking at this person's, I could tell mine's in better condition. And they got this. They got it. Well, it ends in one day. Nobody's bidding on it, but this guy's got it for $495. But it does say 1978. I know it was a Katina playset, but again, I thought this came with the bar. I wasn't really thinking, and the way he had it there, I just didn't think that it was its own playset. I don't understand. I mean, he said he had a lot of G.I. Joe, a lot of Star Wars stuff, and the other stuff sold. So I'm like, wow. So when I saw this, I just automatically couldn't understand why somebody left this behind. He did have the shuttle, but the shuttle was in pieces, and it was missing screws and everything, so it was just in pieces. I didn't even ask him how much he wanted for it because I mean, I should have. Probably did that, but I should have. He probably would have sold that shit real crackhead cheap just because it was in parts, but that was my mistake. That was stupid. I should have done that. But anyhow, getting this shit for fucking $10 was I mean, come on. I haven't gotten a real good deal like that in a long time. I mean, this is fucking nice, man. I don't know how or where I'm gonna put it, but I will find somewhere to put it. Yeah. So I might put it over here somewhere and just move that shit. I'll figure it out. Let me just take it off because I don't want to rip it or mess it up worse than it is. But I don't know how many times he carried this around or whatever, but it's impressive. Really impressive. So to pay $10 for that and $70 for that, knowing that the backdrop is, because a lot of people I see on eBay, as I've been looking for this, a lot of people sold this part separate, the elevator separate, this part separate, and this part separate, and the backdrop itself separate. So I think the cheapest I've seen this priced was probably, I'm not downplaying it, probably around $280 for the whole thing, or if I priced it together about that. So the fact that he actually sold me all this, and the fact that whoever brought stuff didn't buy this, I mean, it's fucking crazy. I mean, dude, come on, man, that's crazy. And it was crazy. And I was actually on the phone with Fam Eric. So Fam Eric be bringing me mad fucking good luck, this mother plucker. So yeah, I got that, and he also had this. He sold me for $10. I always like trying to find vintage boxes, especially if I collect them. Hold on a second. This is a piece of the flap for it, and it does have the insert for it. This is a Patrol Dewback. Action figures not included. So I do have two Dewbacks. I have one with the, I don't think it has a harness, but it does have the strap. So I'm gonna put it in here and display it and whatever. So that's pretty dope. $10 on this. Again, like I said, if I collect, I mean, if I see anything He-Man, Transformer, GI Joe, box stuff that I am gonna buy it because I mean, I'm not really a box collector like that, but if I get it for a real cheap price and I know I have that piece for it, I am gonna buy it. So, $10 on that. So, 70, 10, and 10. That's $90 already. All right, and did I get that? No, I got that from his boy because they had different prices. This he sold me for 10, which is pretty dope. It is 2 tapes. It is The Empire Strikes Back. That's all it says. And then one is Star Wars. Well, okay, so here's the books. So there's a Star Wars one. And then there's... Alright, well, whatever. There's like 3 different books in here. Actually, no, let me open it. I mean, I'm already doing this video, right? So it says 24-page read-along book and tape. So you got The Empire Strikes Back. Then you got The Return of the Jedi. And you have Star Wars Maverick Moon. So these are both tape-alongs or read-alongs. And this one isn't. But it's in there. So, and it's old. So why not? $10 on that. I have seen these in toy shows, but I'll be lying to you if I told you guys that if I knew the prices they were going for. I don't. But I have seen these sell and I've seen them sell, not just sitting there neither. But if I knew the price, I'd be lying to you. I don't remember what the prices were. So that was 10. So 10, 10, and 10 is 30, 30, and 70 is 100. So we're at 100 now, and I got a lot of other stuff from him. This he wanted, I think 20 for it or something like that, and we sold on 15. And then so 15 and 100 is $115. And I'm gonna take this out because I should have got his number. I wasn't really thinking, but I should have got this dude's number. Wait a minute, I think this is okay, there it is. Thought it was missing something. And it's funny because I think once I noticed somebody did have this in a toy show, and I wasn't really paying attention, and I don't know what it went for. I wouldn't think it went for a lot, but I kind of like, it kind of went in and out my head, like, do I need this or do I want it? But I couldn't remember. But this is like a laser cannon, and of course it's missing the instructions. He didn't have the instructions. So 115 there. This was the money bag. I did get it because, accessories and stuff for Star Wars stuff is expensive, and I do see some clips in here that I could probably put on that board. So this, he wanted 100 for it, but he wound up doing the whole bag for I think 60 or something like that. So I did take it because why the fuck not? I mean, this stuff don't come up often to find vintage Star Wars parts for play sets. So 115 and I say 70, right? Or 60. So that's 175. And did I get something else from him? Somehow I gave him 180. So maybe I'm missing something. Because his boy, I got the Bionic 6 from some other stuff, but that stuff is not up here to be, because I didn't buy that stuff except this one, but this came from his friend Mark. I gave him 10 for it. I could have got it for 5, but I don't like taking advantage like that. He gave me some good deals on other stuff. So I don't like being taken advantage of, so I don't like taking advantage. So I got this. The Sunman, so 10 and 10 is 20. That Ram Cycle G.I. Joe Tiger Force Duke, brand new seal, that was 10, right? So that's 30. The Bionic 6 was 60, so that's 90. Then I got the bag of the superpowers with some figures busted up, and I paid 30 for that, I think. So I think altogether I gave him like 100 or something like that. I mean, between the both of them, I think I gave him about 300. You know what I mean? And of course, he had a blaster or a rifle in here as well. So, yeah. So that's all this crap. I gotta look. I gotta go to my Star Wars page and look and see what I need and what I don't need. Cause I think I do have a droid factory downstairs, and this is definitely that piece. Right? Yeah. I know that's part of the droid factory. This says Return to Jedi. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Maybe somebody out there knows. Looks like a case or something. I know this is Ewok stuff. Let's see. Okay. This goes to something. It might go to something I may need. That's what I want. Whoop. Look at that. My foot happened to just... It's like something wanted me to rip that or mess that piece up. Then we have some pieces for the droid factory. This is definitely Ewok Village crap. Don't need that. This is a leg for the droid factory. I may need that. Here are some other parts. Actually, this is not part of the Ewok Village. I know what this is. I think this goes to that thing that throws a rock or some ish like that. And here is some netting and other Ewok stuff. Well, if I don't lose it all. I got a lot of energy now. Has the bed that they were gonna, on the little cooking thing. Here is another piece. I gotta figure out what these go to. That does look familiar. If I'm not mistaken, I know I need these pieces. So Holly freaking Luya. These go to the droid factory. These things are extremely rare and hard to find. Not only because of the color, but I think these are like the hoses for the fucking droid factory. So that is a fucking plus. Here are some more pieces for the droid factory. Here's the barbecue turning thing for the Ewok Village. They were trying to cook everybody. I don't know what this thing is, but this may just be an individual piece. If it is, either way, I need it. I know these are to the X-Wing. So I'll just need 2 more because I have 2 X-Wings here. So that's definitely a must keep. This does look familiar. I can't remember what this radar thing is to, but I will find out. And this is a wheel for the droid factory. I don't know what this little thing is to. Unfortunately, he has just one of the floor pegs, extra one. Then here we have a little piece for the Ewok village. So I'll probably check my whole Ewok thing. Here is another leg for the and here is another piece for the Droid Factory. All that was in this bag. So was it worth me paying that price? Hell yeah, definitely was. Definitely. And maybe I might change these out because these have decals on them. So I may just, even if they're not as bright as the ones I have, but just because they have decals, I will probably switch them out because that whole point is the upgrade. Now you see even this piece have the decals on it. So it may be a little discolored. It may be the same color, but if it has the decals, it is an upgrade. Because you want the stickers. So I gotta look and see what that other crap is. But yeah, y'all, that's what I kept. Everything the stuff I brought from Collingswood was just from that one dude and the old white guy, and $600 for 94 pieces, 91 figures, and 3 motorcycles. Everything is still brand new. Can't beat that price. My goal is to make 100 to 150 plus on that deal. And the stuff I got from Englishtown, the only thing that I'm keeping is the stuff you've seen. Everything else that I got is just to be resold. The Bionic 6 stuff, if they were in better condition, I probably would have kept them. Or I might still keep them. I haven't decided yet. I don't have to get rid of them. I mean, getting them in great condition would be better, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, so I gotta look at this stuff and make sure I got all of it. Looks like I got one of the brown Ewoks and even freaking know. I'm over here looking at this shit right now. Wow. Anyway. So yeah, I got a lot of the rigs. I think I'm missing a couple of rigs, or mini rigs they call it, because even they call it mini rigs, and this laser cannon I showed you guys. This thing here it still fits in that category, which is stuff that you didn't really see in the movie, but I guess Kenner just went ahead and just wanted to put as much toys out there as possible. Right now, a lot of this stuff seems like it's cheap compared to what it was months ago. But other than that, let me get back into some other stuff. So, not to sound repetitive or nothing, but I do need to start at least completing the vehicles I have so I can put them in a room. So I think I'm gonna order the missiles for this. I just gotta do some more due diligence on this to see what missiles or whatever I need for this. And you never know. Maybe if I take some pictures, Eddie may have them. So before I go ahead and buy them online, I could probably get the missiles for this from Eddie, because I do realize I do have M Bison, but I don't have this particular vehicle. So yeah, so we're gonna look into that bad boy. This, thanks to Fam Eric being an honest brother, I was like, wait a minute, why does this look so familiar? He gave this back to me because I did need this, and I gave this by mistake. This is the missile piece that's supposed to fit on a tripod that goes to this Dino Hunter thingamajig. So I do need the tripod piece for this and the missiles to complete this. I do have the figures. I have one of the 2 figures that are complete. The other one is missing some stuff. So I do have to address that with the guy I brought that shit from at the last G.I. Joe show in Cherry Hill, and be like, yo, my man, this was missing something. He told me they both were fucking complete. So that kind of pisses me off. Whether it's a mistake or not, when you paying a certain price for something, ain't a such thing as a mistake. It's your being negligent and making a mistake is 2 totally different things. And he was more fucking negligent than making a mistake. The dinosaur is complete. The 2 figures, one is missing. I forgot what is missing, but I'll figure that out again. But it is missing something. But I do have this. So anything from this particular Toys R Us thing is very, very hard to find. For any G.I. Joe collector, that's a must. Speaking of any G.I. Joe collector, this one dude in Long Island does have this. And I'm trying to get it from him because mine is not broken or whatever, but I'm not giving you $700 for this. Because, like, mine, there's not wrong with mine. And I really don't need, I mean, I do need the parts off of it. Now, he does have both of the missiles, and he has the two pieces that go on the sides here. So but you know, he wants $700 for this with the other, with the Fang. There's not wrong with the Fang, which is good because this one, I think there's like the landing gear is busted on his, and I think this piece somewhere in here is cracked. But again, I told him I'd do 600, and he was like, nah, he's not doing that. So I'm not giving you 700. And it's funny how a lot of these guys, just because some of these things are rare, they want fucking an arm and a leg for it, even if it's missing or broken or some kind of defect. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm not giving you a lot of money for something just because it's rare if it's cracked or broken. It fucks the value up. Now, if I get stuff for great steel, I'm cool with it. But to pay you $700, nah, man. Keep that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then of course we have this, which I don't think I really pieced this, but this is missing the rear cagey thing. I think it's definitely missing the top, but it has the most important part to this, which is, as you see, that steering wheel is probably the most expensive, one of the most expensive parts to this particular ground assault dreadnought thing. I am missing two of the missiles, so I'm missing two missiles. I'm missing the canopy top, and I'm missing that roll cage, and maybe if it comes with tanks or whatever, and of course the other vehicle as well. But get closer and closer to that. And of course, going back to the dragon boats, where's the other one at? I gotta do some more research, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at everything now and I'm realizing that the only difference is the color. So I am missing the depth charges on the side for this one. I do have it for that one. And I'm missing missiles for both. And this one is also missing a gun. So yeah, so this one has more missiles than this one, but there are two different colorway. So being that it's two different colorway, I do want to complete both of these. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're gonna be a G.I. Joe completist, right, you need to do that. So yeah, get that together. Then of course you got this. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on one second. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't understand how the fuck my bird eater got out his thing, because his thing is, or her thing is, her enclosement is a lot bigger than the other ones. Because my other tarantulas, I got 3 of them right here. I got the baboon, which is a baby, and I got the curly here, and I think the other one is a Mexican striped knee, if I'm not mistaken. And then I got her. And yeah, I was looking, I was like, what the fuck? I heard, but on carpet. And I look, and I'm like, what the fuck? How the hell did she get out the cage? So I think when I put crickets in there, it was hard for me to open the little window thingy. And I had it open, I didn't realize it. So I guess she's heavy, and she's kind of big. She's almost the size of my hand already. And, you know, and she just crawled out, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I noticed that she was just sitting there. And when I went to walk up, normally they would go on a defense mechanism, but she must have been in a good mood because she just like curled up a little bit. So I just grabbed her from the side of her carpet on both sides. So, but it was hard to lift her ass up off the carpet because they got these little claws. That's how they can what's it called? And she was like really being stubborn and trying to like, put her legs by my hand. So, yeah. You always want to respect any animal, especially insects and snakes and shit and lizards. Because, sometimes in defense, they'll bite. I mean, think about it. How would you feel if you were walking down the street or you were in your house and, some fucking big ass giant hand or tentacle or something try to grab you, you're not gonna really stand there and be like, oh well, let me see what he's gonna do, or maybe it's not threatening. I mean, think about it. A lot of us are terrified going up mountains. So imagine if something the size of a fucking mountain tries to pick you up or something. You're gonna either run or you're gonna defend yourself, because you don't know what that thing is thinking. Especially what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on it no more. So yeah. So outside of that, and this guy. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Well, that was 3 seconds, more like 6. So this guy here is getting more and more complete. I do have the gun, so I just basically need the tripod. I need that tripod piece, I need the antenna, and I need 3 more missiles to complete this. I think I'm also missing the gun, the bullet belt thingamajig too. But this is a very, very expensive vehicle because this thing is extremely fragile. It's called the Hammer, and little by little, it's been a very long time since I've had one of these loose complete. Very long time. And the last time I had one, I broke it. It fell out my hand, and I think I broke 2 things here. I don't remember where, but I do distinctively remember that. But this is a pretty cool vehicle, and the reason why it's kind of pricey is it's extremely delicate, and it's so many parts on this thing makes this thing extremely difficult to get your hands on it complete, because so many parts on this thing break and it's so easy to get lost. So yay to that. Excuse me, and thank you for those who said bless you. You're probably asking yourself, well, why you still got all those G.I. Joe vehicles here? Why you keep showing them? Because I have to keep reminding you guys and myself what I need. Now, I do have this book here, but I got to do it off. Like, for instance, it says Hall's playset, whole backdrop with parts. So now I got that, so I don't need that anymore. Land of Jawa, I still need the whole backdrop for that. Droid Factory, it says hoses, droid leg, and 2 pins. So for some reason, I know I got the hoses now, and hopefully one of these will be the droid leg I need. So that, I can knock that off. Then it says for the Rebel Transport, I'm missing 2 masks. I'm catching a cold now. Slave 1, ramp and carbonite Han Solo. Other vehicles, parts needed: Millennium Falcon, I need a Jedi Ball, which everybody needs, which is the most expensive fucking part on that thing. And the AT-AT, I need all 4. Chin guard, now I need 6. Shit. And those things like $30, $40 each. I need 6 because I decided to keep the 3rd one. Star Wars, Darth Vader Star Destroyer. I need the light bulb holder and the black clip, whatever the hell that means. Speeder bike, right flap, Death Star 1 backboard. I gotta look at my speeder bike and make sure. Mask, I need the Gator gun. I need the Boulder Hill parts. I already know what that is. Snowcat, I need a missile bay because my missile bay is broken, but it display's still good. Tiger Shark, torpedo and fins. Night Force, the Night Storm, I need 6 missiles and small cannon. The detonator, I need tubing. I may not need tubing for that because I think I gotta look into that. Python Patrol, the ASAP, I need those 2 yellow engine cover thingies. I know what those are. Silver hubcap. Thunder Machine, I need the steering wheel. I gotta look and see how many I need. The Slugger, I need the driver cover. Vamp 2, 2 missiles, right door, and 2 steering wheels. Earthquake, 4 missiles. Lynx, tow rope. Ice snake, 1 missile. All striker, 1 cannon, 1 hose. Buzzbore, 4 missiles. I needed those fucking missiles for like 2 years now. Cobra range, 1 missile. Mobile command center, gas, hose, and piece. Whatever the hell that means. Then here, the Mortal Kombat Dragon Boat. I gotta add more because I got 2 boats now. Street Fighter Vamp. I gotta look into that because that don't even make no sense. 1 red missile. Okay. Star Brigade. Armor Bat. I need 6 missiles. Invader. The antenna. I still need all those parts for that shit too. Devastator. I don't know why I got that circle in there. Oh, the Devastator. Yeah, those these little vehicles. I'm gonna show you in a minute. I need 2 antennas. And then the hammer says 2 side guns. I don't need 2. I could fix that now. Actually, I don't need none. I just need 1 tripod. Still need the antenna with bullet belt and 3 missiles. Okay. So that's an upgrade or update. More parts needed. A Mobat. I need 2 small cannon parts. Sky Striker, 1 parachute. Wolverine, 2 tow ropes, 6 missiles. Vehicles needed. That Missile Command Headquarters from Sears. Good luck with that. Sears exclusive Vamp and Hall. 85 Sears exclusive SMS Parachute Pack Blue Snake. Well, okay. 86 Dreadnought Assault and Ground Assault. I just left it like that because it's hard to get. You guys already saw what I have. Night Force. I need a Night Raider and Night Striker. Good luck with that shit. Then from 88, Motorized Action Packs. I need the Cobra Machine Gun Nest, Cobra Twin Radar, Dreadnought Battle Axe, Mortar Launcher, Motorized Vehicle Packs. I need the Tank Car, Mail Order Reissues, the Vamp Mark II, Firebat. Excuse me. From 89, I need the Mud Fighter with the His Tank 2. And I need the Radar Rat and Tri-Blaster. And from 89, from Night Force, I need the Night Boomer, Night Ray, Night Scrambler. And from 1990s, Sky Patrol, I need the Sky Raven. Vehicles from 91, looks like I need the Mail Order Reissues, Ferret ATV, Slugger, Triple T Tank, Wolf. 92 Air Commandos, I need the Air Double Glider, Battle Copters, Cobra Copter, and Joe Copter. I might have those. I gotta look. No, I don't have those. Sonic Fighters, Desert Apache, and Melloway Reissue APC, which is like another color. And last but not least, from 93, I need the Dino Hunters Dino Tank parts. Ninja Force Battle Axe, which I got, but I gotta get parts for that. Let me put that there since I'm already in the book, so I know. Street Fighter Dragon Fortress. I have one, but it's if I can get the whole thing, I would. And here, what is it? I don't even know what that's. Missiles only. Sonic Boom Tank. I just need the missiles. Crimson Cruiser. I need 94 Battle Corps Radar Blade parts. Scorpion. Star Brigade Power Fighters. Power Fighter Gears version parts, because I have that. It's right there. And convention exclusive APC. So that's what I need to complete my original 82 to 94 run as far as vehicles go. As far as figures go, I am still missing some figures. Not many. So if anybody out there want to donate and or sell anything to help a brother out, I'd greatly appreciate that. I would like to show you what I'm missing, but the book is somewhere around here. I don't know where the hell it's at right now. But yeah, I think that's everything. I think I covered everything in this hour. So yeah, Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have a decent video to show you guys. Peace out.